Do you ever go back and listen to it? You're like, great.
My mom would say it's good. I think it's really good for a first song, and we'll just leave it at that.
Hey everyone, it's your girl Emily Curl with iHeartRadio, and today we're joined by rising country superstar. She's a singer, she's a songwriter, she's a musician. Let's welcome in Callista Clark. Hi, Callista.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm excited to be here.
Thank you so much for being here. You are such a talented country music singer, and we're so excited to get to learn more about you and hear a little bit of your music. I thought what would be a great way to introduce you to our iHeart audience is for you to play us something. Does that sound good?
Yes, absolutely. So I'm going to play a song that I wrote called It's 'Cause I Am. And it's a really fun, sassy type song to anyone who makes you feel small or less than you are. And it's my way of kind of putting them back in their place just a little bit.
All right, Callista, take it away.
But I'll never be that. Thinking that I think too much and I talk too fast. Might be born in the same year, but boy, we ain't the same age. Might be reading the same book, but we ain't on the same page. Nah, it ain't your fault, boy. Not even gonna make you sad. I'll make the call, boy. I can't help that I'm one of a kind. I'm more than meets the eye. If I ain't what you like, well, that's alright. You want a one-dimensional woman. It's okay, I understand. If I seem too complicated for ya, it's 'cause I am. It's 'cause I am, yeah. If I'm a little too salty, it's 'cause you're too sweet. And if you can't find the rhythm, it's 'cause I make my own beat. If you're calling it stubborn, I'm calling it sure. I'm an MVP on the league. You can't keep up and I'm gonna get bored. I can't help it, I'm one of a kind. I'm more than meets the eye. If I ain't what you like, well, that's alright. You want a one-dimensional woman. It's okay, I understand. If I seem too complicated for ya, it's 'cause I am. Don't beat yourself up about it, baby. It's 'cause I am. Don't beat yourself up about it, baby. It ain't your fault, boy. Not even gonna make you sad. I'll make the call, boy. Yeah, I can't help it. I'm one of a kind. I'm more than meets the eye. If I ain't what you like, well, that's alright. You want a one-dimensional woman. It's okay, I understand. If I seem too complicated for ya, it's 'cause I am. Don't beat yourself up about it, baby. It's 'cause I am. Don't beat yourself up about it, baby. Oh, it's 'cause I am. It's 'cause I am. Yeah. It's 'cause I am.
Oh my God. Callista, that was amazing.
Thanks. That's so sweet.
You couldn't see me, but I was bopping behind the camera. The lyrics, my favorite one is "We might be born the same year, but we're not the same age." I was like, "Oh, get him!"
Yeah. Age doesn't have anything to do with how mature you are.
So true. Now,
Yeah.
okay, so you're obviously an amazing songwriter, but while we dive into the interview, I want to take it back a little bit. You're from Georgia, which I told you I am too. Love the Georgia pride. Now, you originally learned to sing in your grandfather's church, right? Tell me a little bit about when you first realized you're like, oh, wait, I can sing. I can do this.
Yeah, so I've been singing ever since I could talk, and it's always been a part of my life. I'm from a very musical family, and the first place I ever sang was at my granddad's church, and I still sing there every single Sunday. So
You do?
yeah, it's a very big part of my family and just my life, but it all started from there, and I started playing places with my siblings, and then it just went into this whole thing of me being obsessed with singing and all kinds of music, and it really just went from there.
And now, so not only are you a singer-songwriter, but you also play 8 instruments, right?
Yes. Well, if you count the guitar and the 6-string banjo, mandolin, bass, piano, guitar, electric, just, I love music and everything to do with it, so.
I mean, those all count, I'd have to say. So sweet. So talking about the instruments and songwriting, which came first? Did you first love to like write your words down, or did you first become an instrument? Was it simultaneous?
So with the songwriting, it started in school just because I loved writing in school, and there was a poetry contest that I entered, and I ended up winning, and my mom read it and she said, "This is a song." And so I didn't believe it at first. I didn't quite put the two together, and I'm not sure why. So I guess I've always just loved writing, and it went from there. But as far as the instruments, it started on ukulele, and then I went to guitar and piano and bass and just kept learning more and more because I absolutely loved everything about it. And it kind of just all happened a little bit at the same time. I was just diving into everything, and I still am, and just trying to learn as much as I can.
Yeah. Now, did the poem that you wrote that won the poetry contest, did you ever actually turn that into a song?
I did, yeah. I wrote it with just me and my mom. She was the first person I ever wrote a song with, and yeah, it was called Wildfire.
Is it good? Do you ever go back and listen to it? You're like, great.
My mom would say it's good. I think it's really good for a first song, and we'll just leave it at that.
Perfect. Now, one thing that I was so impressed with you by is your lyrics. Who is someone who's really inspiring to you in the terms of you think is a really great lyrics writer?
Yeah, I really love Maren Morris and everything she does with Laura Veltz and just all of her amazing co-writers. Just knowing that good song is good lyrics, and if it sounds more pop, then that's what happens. If it sounds more soul and R&B, then that's what happens. And if it sounds more country, then here's a country song. And I really love that about her, and it's something that I try to do myself. Just try and write the best song I can that day based on whatever it is I'm feeling, and if it turns into something that is more pop than usual, then that's okay, just wherever it goes.
Now, you strike me as someone who has a strong sense of self already at such a young age. What do you attribute that to?
Just my parents, and it sounds really cheesy, but it's always just be yourself because no one can do that better than you. And I think that that's something that is really important, just knowing that your stories mean something. And that's a big thing for me with songwriting, is just putting everything out there and being as honest as I can, and then just hoping that someone relates to it,
Yeah, definitely. And now you're signed to one of the biggest labels in the music industry by 2 huge names, Scott Borchetta and Scooter Braun. How does it feel to have such a successful team like that behind you?
It's crazy. I still can't believe it. I honestly can't believe that somebody like them sees something in me. And it's all crazy releasing music and, doing interviews with iHeart and just all this crazy stuff from my room. It's just the most insane thing for me to grasp for some reason, but it's incredible.
This is a crazy time, right? I mean, even for us, like doing interviews with you, like from our own spaces, it doesn't it feels real, but it kind of doesn't. So I'm sure with you, it's like tenfold.
It definitely, yeah. I can't wait to meet everyone, but this is also a great way to, be able to meet more people than maybe I would have if it was in person,
Yeah, of course. And now being 17, you're 17, right? Yeah?
Yeah.
Being 17, how do you prepare yourself for superstardom? What does that look like? Are you having to mentally prepare yourself for that?
Well, I have the mentality that you can always be better and you can always learn something else from someone. So I think that I'll always keep that mentality and always just keep trying to grow as myself as a human, but well, that's really sweet of you. I mean, I hope to be as successful as I can be, but we'll see what that is.
Yeah. And I also want to talk about your song Real to Me, because that was one that really stuck out. And I love your poster too behind.
Yes. Yeah.
Now that's a cool song. Tell me a little bit about the inspiration behind this song and why you chose to write it.
Real to Me is one that I wrote in one of my very first co-writes ever with Laura Veltz and Casey Braun. And it's about being young. And I wanted to write something with this whole collection that everyone could relate to no matter how old or young you are. And with Real to Me, it just started from this ranting thing that I did, talking to Laura about how I was feeling and just saying that, I get that I'm young and I don't have everything figured out, but that doesn't mean that what I'm feeling isn't real yet. And I have so many people telling me that oh, you're heartbroken, you'll be okay. Like, it's all right, but I'm crying about it, you know? And if it hurts, then it hurts. And it doesn't matter how old you are. And that's really something I wanted to write about with that song.
Yeah. I mean, and that's so true in any stage in life. When you have those emotions, you're like, these are valid because I'm feeling them.
Yeah. And I think everyone's had that moment in their life when they've had someone tell them that they can't do something, like it's because I am, or tell them that whatever they're feeling isn't real or valid. So I just wanted people to feel heard and understood with that.
Yeah, that's awesome. And so, Callista, what else can we expect from you in 2021?
I don't really know. I mean, I'm excited to see that myself. I want to do live shows again. That would be great. But, just keep doing amazing things like this on Zoom and just keep writing and hope to go back in studio. I love being in studio. So anything, just keep doing it.
Now, before we go, I'd love to just see your 5 things you're obsessed with right now. So I'm going to give you a scenario and you tell me the first thing that comes to your mind. Sound good?
Okay.
Okay, so what album are you obsessed with right now?
I really love Tori Kelly's new EP that she released. Yeah.
I love Tori Kelly at iHeart. She's amazing.
Yes. Incredible.
What show are you obsessed with?
Okay, it's a little embarrassing. I've been binge watching America's Next Top Model.
I just saw it got re-added to Netflix. Is that where you saw it?
Yeah, but then I watched the one season on that, and then I'm watching all of them on Hulu. All of them.
The best. That's quality TV. Okay, what hobby are you obsessed with right now?
I gotta say thrifting. I love anything to do with fashion or that, so yeah, definitely thrifting.
Ooh, love that. Okay, what celebrity are you obsessed with?
Let's just say Tori Kelly. I really love her music right now. Seriously, it's so good.
On a Tori kick, love that. What about your guilty pleasure?
Coffee. Even though you're not really supposed to have a whole bunch if you're a singer. Did you know that? You're not supposed to have a lot of caffeine. That's so sad, but so
really?
that's
why? Like for your vocal cords or something?
Yeah.
I knew that.
Yeah. So that's definitely a guilty pleasure of mine.
What's your go-to coffee order?
I really like any kinds of coffee, black coffee or whatever, but I think right now I'm loving macchiatos. Those are so good.
And then if you get a hazelnut one, that's the best.
Ooh, I'll have to try that.
Try it. Callista Clark, this has been so fun. Thank you so much for being here, and congratulations on everything so far. We're so excited for you.
Thank you. This was so fun, seriously.
Thanks so much for watching our interview with Callista Clark. Don't forget to stream all her music on iHeartCountry. We'll see you next time.